Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and today's topic of the day is William Langland. William Langland का time period was from 1330 to 1386. He was a great poet of the Middle Ages and in his poetry we can mostly see that he represented the lower class. He was also a satiric poet. Okay, without wasting any further time, let's go on to more details. Let's begin with the significance. William Langland, an English poet known primarily for his allegorical narrative poem Pious Plowman. This is one of the most famous work, Pious Plowman. Mystery of identity. Everybody is like unka identity ko leke there is some disbelief, like it can be false, like there's a debate going on. Little is known about Langland's life, and there is some debate about his identity. He is traditionally believed to have been a cleric. Cleric means someone जो ऑफिस वगैरह में काम करता है, उनको बोलते हैं क्लरिक. Major work. His major work was Pious Plowman. Okay, let's go in details with Pious Plowman. Structure: an allegorical narrative poem with a series of dream visions written in unrhymed alliterative verse, characteristics of Middle English poetry. The poem survives in three main versions: text A, text B and text C. So ये poem का three main versions है. Text A was the earliest around 1367, text B was revised and expanded around 1377 and text C was revised around 1387. The main characters of the poem Pious Plowman is Will, the narrator and protagonist whose dreams structure the poem, जिसका dream से full poem को structure मिलता है. Pious Plowman, a humble plowman who became a Christ-like figure guiding Will and others toward a righteous life. Lady Holy Church, conscience and reason. Representations of spiritual, moral guideline. Next we see the themes of this poem. Social critique. The poem critiques the corruption within the church, the greed of the clergy, and the moral decay of society. Spiritual journey follows the protagonist Will on a spiritual quest for true Christian life and salvation, symbolized by the figure of Pious Plowman. Allegory and symbolism. The poem is rich in allegory with characters representing virtues, vices and societal classes. So we can see how social critics, spiritual journey, allegory and symbolism are the most important themes of this poem. But if you are preparing for ugcnet, you have to keep in mind the short terms. इसीलिए about the poem and his most important works have shown in this video so that you have a basic idea कि poem किसके बारे में था, and mostly you have to remind yourself क्या याद करना, like you have to keep in mind when was the poem written, the date, यही सब. Next is social vision. Langland advocates for social justice, the value of honest labor and spiritual integrity. Literary style. Alliterative verse. Langland's work is a key example of alterative revival of poetic movement in the 14th century that revived the use of alliteration in English verse. Dream vision tradition. Pious Plowman is a seminal work in dream vision genre where the narrative unfolds as a series of dream experienced by the protagonist. Complexity and ambiguity. The poem is noted for its complexity with multiple layers of allegory, satire, and religious symbolism. Its ambiguity allows for various interruptions. Let's see the historical and social context. 14th century England. The period was marked by social unrest, the Black Death, and the Peasants' Revolt of 1381. This is very important, you have to keep in mind. All of which influenced Langland's critique of society. Religious corruption. The poem reflects the widespread discontent with the Catholic Church practices, prefiguring the sentiments that would lead to Reformation. This poem, Pious Plowman, it was also cited by John Ball. And he used it in the peasants' movement. The poem has also been translated into many other languages so that the layman can use it. In conclusion, we can see medieval studies. Langland's work is a cornerstone in the study of medieval literature and has been analyzed for its social, religious, and political commentary. Influence on later literature. Pius Plowman influenced later writers, especially in its use of allegory and social critique. Comparison with Chaucer. So, आपका poet William Langland, he has been compared with Chaucer. Langland is often compared to his contemporary Geoffrey Chaucer, although their styles and themes differ significantly. Even though unka writing style and themes were very different, he still compared to his contemporary Geoffrey Chaucer. अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आया है and you want to know more, please like, share and subscribe.